Today we will discuss vapor pressure composition curve for ideal solutions. Ideal solutions, you know well that ideal solutions are those solutions which obeys the Raoult's law, and we have earlier derived the equation for delta H mixing, delta V mixing, delta G mixing and delta S mixing for ideal solutions. So ideal solutions are those solutions which obey the Raoult's law. So first of all, consider a binary solution containing components A and B, that is A and B. So correspondingly, mole fraction of A will be XA and mole fraction of B will be XB in liquid state, whereas in vapor state it will be YA and YB, mole fraction of component A and B. So in vapor pressure composition curve, both the states, that is liquid and vapor, can be shown in one diagram as shown this. Okay, so vapor pressure curve, vapor pressure composition curve. In vapor pressure composition curve, the diagram, both the states can be shown in the same diagram, that this is the liquid state above this curve, and below this curve this is vapor state, and here this liquid state is equal to vapor state. So these the straight line shows how the vapor pressure changes with the composition of the ideal binary solution. So first of all, that I told you that XA XB is the mole fraction of component A and B in liquid state, YA and YB is the mole fraction of the components in vapor phase, whereas P naught V is the vapor pressure of pure component B, and P naught A is the vapor pressure of pure component A. Naught sign indicates the purity, and this is the mole fraction. So sum of the mole fraction is always equal to 1, that is XA plus XB is always equal to 1. So here XA is equal to 0, so automatically XB becomes equal to 1, whereas here XB is equal to 0 and XA becomes equal to 1. So this is the liquid and vapor phase. So I was telling you that straight line shows how the vapor pressure changes with the composition of ideal binary solution. So how vapor pressure changes with the composition of ideal binary solution. So there are two components, XA and XB, and so suppose here in the middle of this line XA is equal to 0.5 and XB is also equal to 0.5, because sum of the both the mole fraction will always equal to 1, sum of all the mole fraction. So see how the this vapor pressure is changing. This is vapor pressure. So this, see how vapor pressure is increasing with the change in the composition, that is composition of XB is decreasing toward the 0 and composition of XA increases from 0 to 1, and this, see how this vapor pressure is changing or increasing. So this straight line shows how the vapor pressure changes with the composition of ideal binary solution. This line is called liquid composition curve, whereas the other curve called the vapor composition curve shows how the composition of vapor changes with the change in vapor phase. So the vapor composition curve is this curve, and this shows how the composition of vapor phase changes with the change in the vapor pressure. The two curves are different because the vapor is always richer in the more volatile component. It is automatically, if there are two components, suppose A and B, if A is more volatile, it will go to the liquid state. Suppose there are two components A and B, that component will go to the vapor phase more fast, which is more volatile. So automatically the vapor phase will be richer in the component which have more volatility. So the diagram shows the composition of liquid and vapor that are in equilibrium with each other at a particular vapor pressure. So for example, in this figure, at vapor pressure P, the liquid, this vapor pressure, at vapor pressure P, the liquid has composition C and the vapor has composition D. This C and D. Okay, C and D. C is the composition of this and D is the composition here. So at this composition, the vapor phase contains more of the component A having higher vapor pressure, the more volatile component. So this is the vapor pressure curve for the ideal solution. And next is the lever rule. So lever rule, what does lever rule says? So suppose there are a vapor pressure composition diagram like this for of a binary solution having components A and B, in which component A is more volatile than B. So this is like this. So A is more volatile than B. This diagram is made for the solution having two components, with one component A is more volatile than the B. In the region above the upper curve, only liquid phase exists. This is the liquid phase. So above this curve there is only liquid phase, whereas below the lower curve, this curve, only vapor phase is present. At any point between the two curves, liquid is present in equilibrium with the vapor. Here liquid is in equilibrium with the vapor between these two curves. Above this curve there is liquid, exclusively liquid state. Below this curve there is exclusively vapor state. So at any pressure, say P, the mole fraction, of component A in liquid and vapor phase are represented by the intersection point of the horizontal line called the tie line. So this is the tie line passing through the point A. This is tie line. So let me repeat once again. At any pressure, say P, the mole fraction of component A in liquid and vapor phase are represented by the intersection point of the horizontal line called tie line passing through point A. The tie line meets the liquid curve at point B and vapor curve at point C. So tie line meets at the 2 points, that is B and C. The tie line meets the liquid curve at point B and vapor curve at point C. The mole fraction of component A in liquid phase is given by point B, and in vapor phase it is represented by YA at point C. So let me repeat once again. The tie line meets the liquid curve at point B, this is the liquid curve, and at vapor curve at point C. The mole fraction of component A in liquid phase is given by the point B, this is the point B. Mole fraction, this is XA, and in vapor phase it is represented by YA at point C, mole fraction of the component A. The composition of the liquid and vapor phase of a solution can be determined with the help of lever rule as explained below. So let me explain now lever rule. What is lever rule? This topic was for lever rule. This diagram. So what does lever rule say? Consider a point A in the liquid vapor region. This point A, liquid vapor region. On moving from point B to C, the more of the vapor phase is formed, while on moving from A to B, more of liquid phase is formed. Whereas if we move from point A to C, the more of the vapor is formed. At any point on the tie line BAC, the ratio of the liquid fraction to the vapor fraction is given as amount of, it will be given as amount of liquid divided by amount of vapor is equal to length AC oblique length AB. So it must be clear. So what does lever rule say? Let me repeat once again. There is a point, that is A point. On moving toward A toward B, there is increase in the liquid phase, and from moving A toward C, there is increase in the vapor phase. And whereas if we move from point A to C, more of the vapor is formed. At any point on the tie line BAC, the ratio of the liquid fraction to the vapor fraction is given as so. If you want to obtain the amount of liquid or vapor on this line, we have to measure the length of AC oblique AB, and it will be equal to amount of liquid oblique vapor, and this is termed as lever rule. So you may be asked the question of 2, 3, 4 marks that what is lever rule, or explain the lever rule, or explain the lever rule with the help of diagram, or you may be given that diagram and you may be given this distance, and you may be asked to measure the amount of liquid or vapor, or मतलब इनमें किसी का भी आपसे पूछा जा सकता है कि अमाउंट कैलकुलेट करो लिक्विड का या वेपर का. सो दिस इज द लेवर रूल. सो टुडे आई टोल्ड यू टू टॉपिक्स. First was the vapor pressure curve for the ideal solution and next was the lever rule. So repeat it and we will take the next topics next time.